All right, so quick update on Solana. Nothing too crazy happening here other than just kind of back testing this blue longer term trend line here. Ooh, that's wild. I've got the magnet turned on. Just back testing this kind of blue trend line. Uh, we broke through it, ran it up to $32. Hopefully, you guys can kind of see in this messy chart. I do have a lot of support and resistance levels. We'll zoom in and hopefully this will make a little more sense. But hopefully, you guys can see this range, right? We deviated above it, we deviated below it, right? The bottom of our range is $19 to $20, where we've recently been testing as support, and the top of our range is roughly $25 to $26. Again, where we have tested multiple times with a deviation above, and then obviously two little deviations below the bottom of our range here at around $19 to $20. But for the vast majority of this price action, it's all been in the $19 to $20 region for support. So I know that's super messy. Let's zoom into maybe the hourly. You can see that this long-term downtrend line is something that we're kind of testing. We haven't actually touched it yet. But the general pattern here, if you're into patterns, is I would make the argument that this is a bullish descending wedge. I'm not going to put too much stock into that. It's just not super clean, and I'm just not a big patterns person. We zoom in and we can see that we hit that $20 level or close enough to it. I think we hit it on Bybit. My orders filled, had an order in at $20.06. And I'm just farming this level at this point. So got profits locked in. Obviously this is a 1 to 2% bounce. It's nothing crazy, but nonetheless, profits are locked in. If we can break this kind of shorter term downtrend level, which we're threatening to do right now, then that would be great. In general, you kind of have your inverse head and shoulders going on here, or what could turn into an inverse head and shoulders, or kind of this half of a fish pattern. That's some call it like an Adam and Eve pattern. Regardless, a move back up to these range highs around $22 wouldn't be too crazy, or a move all the way up to 22.35 wouldn't be too crazy. Also, just a little move up to 21.43, which has been a level that we've interacted with quite a bit. That's our 2x short margin pressure level from our most recent high. Wouldn't be out of the question either, right? So a lot of uncertainty here, and I'm not trying to trade this very directionally. For the most part, I'm just scalping these support levels. And the reason being is because Solana in particular, but not necessarily Solana in particular, but altcoins in general, and even Bitcoin, just trading very exogenously. And what I mean by exogenously is like Solana is not trading based on Solana based catalysts right now, right? No one's trading Solana because new upgrade or the network going down or anything like that. I'm not saying the network went down; it didn't. But there's no like fundamental catalysts that are endogenous to Solana that are heavily being traded. It's just being traded based off of what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin's trading, somewhat in correlation with S&P 500 like it always does, but also in line with some of the macro stuff going on. When I say macro, I don't mean like macro econ. I mean like macro within the crypto environment of potentially CZ selling off large amounts of Bitcoin to defend BNB. We don't really know what's going on there. We've probably got a lot of kind of trading behind the scenes with large players in Bitcoin. You have the potential for Grayscale to win the case tomorrow. Would be the next potential day for that to happen. So if that happens, expect a lot of volatility to the upside. We could see Solana go back up and test this $22 region pretty quickly. In fact, if Grayscale wins the case and that comes out tomorrow, I would expect a full range rotation back up to $24, which is kind of this big, kind of magnet level that we've interacted with quite a few times, right? This cluster of support and resistance. Um, there's really, in my opinion, no point in trying to hold trades until we get one of those big kind of catalysts. Otherwise, I'm just sliding in that stop loss and profit. If it comes back down to stop me out, that's fine. I'll just continually bid this level. I think there's another pretty solid example of where we saw similar price action was over here. You could farm this level multiple times. You could farm this level multiple times before it ended up breaking through. Another one was this actually same $19 level, or $20 level rather, that you could farm multiple times with, by just scalping, and then eventually it runs for you. Eventually it runs. Maybe it stops you out first, but that's the goal here. I'm just sitting here and farming Solana. $20, $20 support level for Solana. I've got orders down in at this $19 cluster. And then even at $16, right? $16 would be, I don't think that's going to happen unless Grayscale like loses the case tomorrow, or on Friday would be the following day it could come out. But yeah, it's super boring price action, but doesn't mean that we can't be making money here. Just again, one, two, I missed this one. It didn't come down to my entry level, but I was able to grab this one. Three really, really solid bounces for us to just be farming our $20 range low support level. If this runs, we'll make, that this trade will be super profitable. If it doesn't, we'll just, farm it again and again and again until it breaks. And, we've gotten 3 profitable farms so far. That's going to more than offset any losses from getting stopped out on the way, down to 19, and we'll buy 19 again. So 1930 or so. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. If you're interested in getting access to these indicators or learning about these support and resistance clusters, go check out the YouTube channel I've recently posted. I've also posted them on Twitter, and also go check out Systine.ai for access to those indicators that I use to derive these support and resistance clusters and personally trade off of. Thanks so much for tuning in. Catch you next time. Peace.